city's overrun. We don't stand a chance.
Stay here. I'll send someone to pick you up.
What are you doing?
Evening the odds.
What happens when someone has a vision? They bring that vision to life, masterfully executed in every conceivable way, and people simply don't want it. When I play Arkham Knight, that's the feeling I get anytime the Batmobile is discussed. Rocksteady put everything into this feature. The design of the Batmobile, inhuman. The way it bends as you drive, the morphing components when going into battle mode. These meticulous details are so impressive that nothing in current gen comes close to it. The Batmobile feels both sleek and monstrous. You rip through the streets of Gotham, destroying anything or anyone in your way. Hearing criminals fear you as they see the Batmobile coming, while the police see this tank as an angel coming to save them. The tank mode allows for precise movement to not only line up shots, but can be used to get through tight areas. Its cannons are loud and crunchy, built to safely blast away people while crushing unmanned tanks. I haven't even touched on its use in puzzles and racing, but clearly Rocksteady did everything humanly possible to not only make the Batmobile an important aspect of Arkham Knight, but I'll say it's equally a character alongside Batman. Despite all this love and care, many gamers simply despise the Batmobile. Quality is irrelevant if the audience doesn't want it. It's a very odd thing in Arkham Knight's case because what else could they have done? Every Arkham game had one goal: make the player feel like Batman. We got the classic villains that complement Batman. We left Arkham Asylum for an open world environment. We got his detective instincts and puzzle solving. We had everything but the Batmobile. We finally got it and we rejected it. We hated the clearest direction for the series, but why? It wasn't done improperly. The vehicle was well made. The amount of time you use the Batmobile is fair compared to other gimmicks in other games. So what was the problem? In my opinion, it's just human nature. As much as gamers say they want something new, they really don't. The truth of the matter is gamers don't know what they want. Anybody that's ever complained about the Batmobile simply doesn't want it. It has nothing to do with its quality. Anytime I've ever heard anyone complain about the Batmobile, these same people offer no solution because there is no actual issue. Like a child rejecting their dinner, the food is well made and tastes good. They just refuse to eat it because they want something else. But just like that child, these gamers don't know actually what they want. They just don't want what was given and they have no other option to provide. If Arkham Knight was just another open world Batman game, these same people would have said the games are not evolving. That's why I made this video, to show you that gamers are a fickle bunch. How a well executed mechanic can be hated on for no real reason. It reminds me of how gamers hated Resident Evil 6 but love Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is funny enough because they are so similar and it makes you wonder why. Unfortunately, the last Arkham game we got was Suicide Squad. I can't speak to how good that game is, but as you can see, I bet you all those people complaining about the Batmobile wish that that was the only thing to complain about. I want to be clear, this video isn't to say that you must like the Batmobile, but it is to point out how ridiculous gamers can be with their complaints. Gamers today are not only picky, but a bit pretentious. Like when you really think about it, how silly can you be to buy a game starring Batman and the lead character next to Batman is the Batmobile? All advertisement, even on the box itself, right next to Batman is his car. Why in the world would you buy a Batman game if you didn't want to use his car when it's advertised the entire time he's going to be using it? And you might say, why are you talking about this old game at this point? It's because this type of conversation will never end. This type of talk will never stop happening. Gamers have this weird thing where they think every game is for them, even if it's in a franchise that they love. Guess what, guys? There's plenty of games and franchises that I love, but guess what? If they make something that I'm not interested in, I will not play it. A great example is that they're making a new Arkham game in VR. I don't own VR. I don't particularly care for VR. So guess what? Anyone that wants that game, I hope you enjoy it, but that's just not for me. Imagine a bunch of gamers buying a VR headset that don't want VR just to play the new Arkham game to complain that it's in VR. How stupid would that be? Just like how stupid it would be if a bunch of gamers bought a Batman game that had his car in it and complained he had to use his car. Even recently, when Sony announced that there would be a Lego Horizon game, I heard Horizon fans complaining that it's a Lego game. Guess what, guys? You don't have to purchase it. I like Lego games and I like Horizon. Will I be buying it? Sure, probably not day one, but I'll buy it eventually. But if you don't like Legos and you don't like that style of game, even if you like Horizon, guess what you should not do? Buy it. And you know what else you shouldn't do? Buy it and then make a review or a complaint that it's a Lego game when you knew it was a Lego game when you bought the game. The Batmobile just speaks to me as a creator. You will put your heart and soul into something. You'll put your best foot forward and it will even turn out pretty good. But you just so happen to bump into the wrong customer. You give it to the wrong person and they just don't appreciate it. Or even worse, someone that doesn't want what you're offering buys it anyway, critiques it online to death. Everyone runs with that opinion, even though it is absolutely the wrong opinion. Why is it wrong? It's not wrong because you must like it. It's wrong because you knew you didn't like it to begin with. It wasn't for you. And your opinion on this subject is poor. It is in bad faith and it should have never been given to the world. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what your opinion is in the comment section about the Batmobile and creators of content critiquing things that they shouldn't be critiquing because they don't like it to begin with. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.